What's going on, folks? I'm enjoying my time off. I'm just hanging out. I'm not doing anything, and I recommend you guys when it gets close to the Thanksgiving time, you just sit back, enjoy yourselves, and like I said, I enjoy speaking to you people and discussing things that we can do to make this world a better place. And I always love when I know, in fact, that I'm reaching people and people are receiving my message in a positive way and they want to do something or they want to ask a question. And I love taking questions. Now, I'm not some old big guy out here, saying I'm the guru or something, but from my experiences, I do my best to help people when, in their time of need. And I appreciate you guys even extending, that offer for me to help. And I appreciate it. I'd be much obliged to do so. So, I had a viewer named Scotty S. I'll just call him Scotty S. Scotty, thank you for supporting my channel. I'm going to do my best to answer this question for you. And I'll start off by reading this your email, and we'll go from there. But it was a pretty good email, and it's something that maybe later on after this video I'll do another follow-up video, and I'll get into that validation thing, because this is really about validation, and I'll just talk there. But let me start off with this letter. All right, it says, "Dear Kirby K, in the upcoming days I will be in the company of family members whom I don't like." Yeah, right. I want to be about this and not be petty like you spoke about in your video dealing with feelings in estranged families. Because I know my family members will not make it easy for me to properly adjust to my environment by constructively dealing with my own feelings. What should I do to ensure the best outcome for the time? And that's a fair question, because, and I'm going to do a video about this after this, but, right now, just to address this particular letter, Scotty, the thing is that I think this is about validation, right? It's about you wanting to please another person and you doing things, to make everyone else feel comfortable, and you're not dealing with your own feelings. And you said that you wanted to deal with those feelings, and that's a good start, because at least you're acknowledging that you can meet the situation halfway, right? And it's gonna require them to meet you also, and be willing to, and that's where your problem is going to start at. Because I'm suspecting, and you didn't give me enough information, but I'm suspecting that the family members you have are, and like you did, you said something about that in the letter, but your family members aren't the best types of people to be around. Some of them aren't anyway. And that's what a lot of people go through every year, because I go through it myself, right? I have to constantly refrain and keep from saying toxic things to people in my family during these gatherings, because they just don't know what to say. They're very uncouth. And that's the problem with people in the world in general. But you're for starters, you're making an effort, and you want to know, what can you do? Well, really, there's not a whole lot you can do, right? Either you're going to go or you're not. If you're going to go, you're going to be aware of the fact, and that's when I talk about preparation. You're going to be at least aware, which you are, of your environment. And in that environment, you're going to have people. You're going to have auntie or whoever that person is. You didn't specify, but I'm assuming you have these people. We all have them. You're going to deal with that person, and maybe you're overweight, or maybe you're struggling in your studies or something, or whatever you're going through. Instead of them encouraging you, you're going to get that those toxic comments in that environment. So you have to learn how to be really strong and try to just, persevere through this, right? Because these are your family members. You don't have to be around them. And the choice starts there, because it's really your choice ultimately in the beginning. It's up to you to decide if you want to participate in this activity. And it'll make you stronger overall. But if you don't have to. And it doesn't make you a weak person if you don't, because you know your limits. And that's knowing yourself is about that too, right? Knowing your limits is knowing yourself. So I got to give you kudos for at least attempting. I would recommend, since you've already told everyone you come, go, to your family gathering, enjoy yourselves, right? Try to be positive, and keep the conversation light and airy. You know, don't speak to, you know, don't stand and put yourself in the line of fire and talk to the narcissists that you have in your family. Stay away from those people. Speak and keep it moving, right? You don't have to be there long, just long enough, right? Who said you had to be there for 8 hours? Have dinner, keep your mouth shut, right? Learn some things, pay attention to the people at the table, be prepared in your mind about how you're going to answer responses that are very intruding and you know, off the cuff, because you're going to get those. You know, work on yourself, you know, but don't let your validation for how you feel about yourselves be dictated by these people. And that's what I want to get into in this next video, so I won't talk too much about it, but it's about validation. And somehow, maybe from your childhoods or something, these people had some type of reign over you, and it just permeated into your adult years, and then you're an adult and you still feel that you're trapped, and you still don't feel free from the nonsense that you know, the psychological games that these people are playing around you. I get it. We all have these people, like I said, but I'm going to teach you people how to deal with this stuff, right? Stay on the lookout for my materials coming out soon about such things, right? Because I'm going to help, you know, I feel that, you know, we have to tackle the problem head on, not necessarily aggressively in the form of attacking another person, but really attacking the things in yourselves that make you weak. We start there. We'll get to that. You know, I love bad behavior. I love when people are willing to think about their own situations and to ponder if they want to put themselves in the line of fire or stay out of it, right? Based on their strengths and weaknesses. Self-evaluation is always something that's going to make us even more, you know, even make us better as people, right? The best of who we can be is what I'm trying to say. You know, I hope I did a good job answering your letter. You know, I think that, you know, you probably already going to go. It seems like you're going to go, right? And, you know, most of us, because every single one of us, we dread this time of year, and then we still end up at these events and stuff and these gatherings, and we still see our family members. So they're not going anywhere. And when you die, they'll probably be at your funeral, right? So you don't have to get along with these people all of the time. You don't have to like people whom you don't like. You know your limits. Like I said, you know yourself. But all I'm saying is just be prepared in these situations, right? Make that choice about dealing with it or not, right? You know, start there. And if you're going to go, right, keep it together. Know who you're dealing with. Know who the people around you that push your buttons, and stay away from those people. And that's what I would recommend, right? But you're on the right track, you know, because it's not you, it's probably them. All right. So hope I did you a good service there, sir. Please keep supporting my channel. You guys out there, please support my channel. You can, you know, like the videos, do that. You can leave a comment at the bottom if you like to do so. And share the videos, you know, because, you know, it's always good to talk about these things. You know, I know many of you are going to deal with this stuff during this time of year. I know you are, right? There are going to be many fights and discussions had at the Thanksgiving holiday gathering. And you know it will happen because it happens every year. And then when you want to effectively stop it and do something about it just for yourselves, you can't change them. You can't change them, but you can change yourself. That's what I'm talking about. You can change how you're going to deal with this experience this year. And that'll be in the next video we'll talk about. That validation thing. Until then, folks, y'all have a good day. See you later.